Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today, you see we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Azusa Bladeworks. This one is called the Cochise. It is his second knife, the guy that designed these. His first one was the Blitzkrieg. So let's get into it. No frills, just a box, silica gel, and a knife. Make sure there's no hardware under here. Nope. These knives are OEM'd by Migron, which I'm a big fan of. Migron does some very nice milling work and some very nice overall fit and finish. So let's take a look at it here. Very nice looking G10. I like the lines of it. I believe he offers this in quite a few different colors and blade colors. We will check that out before the video is over. So it looks like it is a front flipper only, which is fine. It is a nested liner lock. Centering looks great. Jimping feels good. Nice stop pin there. Nice back spacer. The clip is not reversible, so it is set up for right-handed people. Let's see how it opens. Well, it opens super easily. I really like that blade shape. Wasn't sure how I was going to like it, but now that I see it in hand, I really like the lines of this thing. Super clean looking knife. Let's see. Lockup looks pretty good. Maybe 25%, 30%. See what the action's like. Oh yeah. Don't have to do much shaking at all to get it to close. The jimping feels great on there, and it doesn't take much effort at all to get the front flipper to work. You can light switch it easily. I'm not good at that, but if you are, you would be able to. Feels really good so far. It's a good size knife too. It's kind of a medium sized knife. It's not small and it's not large. It's right there, would fit a lot of people. I can still get 4 fingers on it comfortably, and I've got large hands. It also has this nice choil up here that you could choke up on and get very nice grip on. Alrighty, let's get some measurements of this thing, see where she fits in the spectrum. So 3.79 ounces. And then let's see, overall length is a little under 7.5, 7.45 maybe. Yeah, a little under 7.5. Blade length looks like about 3.3 with a cutting edge of 3.1 maybe. Alright, let's get some caliper measurements here. Where's my calipers? Well, oh, there they are. Well, just hit the knife. Silly. Alright, blade stock up here at the top at the widest point is 0.127. And then it gets down behind the edge to about 0.021. That's good. It is a flat grind. Let's see, the scales at the widest point is 0.560, 0.5600, and then with the clip it is 0.6795. That gives you some good measurements on it. The access to the lock bar is very easy. As you can see there, it's got a nice cutout and it sticks up higher on that side. Very, very nice access to the lock bar. Let's check the detent on it. Detent feels good. I've got a tool to check detent, but I'm not sure on this one how I would go about that, because usually I pull on the thumb stud. I guess this one I could pull on the flipper tab, maybe push on the flipper tab here and see what kind of, let me get the where you can see the readout here, see what kind of pressure it takes to push the, well, I don't know that that's a great, looks like about 120 grams of pressure. Yeah, about 113 grams of pressure to open the flipper tab. I mean, front flipper, sorry. That's not a very good test. I need to figure out a way that I can grab hold of the blade and pull on it. I need to rig up a little clip with some soft jaws so that I can pull on it down here at the end to test the detent. But I will try to make that happen next time. Let's see. Let's compare it to a few known knives. This is the Spyderco PM2. And I was corrected. I always call this a PM3, but it's just a Para 3. But there's not a PM3 knife to confuse it with. So if you call it the PM3, you're okay. There's not another model called the PM3. They just dropped the military when they made this one and just call it the Para 3. So I will try to do better and not mislead people. But I don't think people would be confused calling this a PM3. I could understand if there was a different knife called a PM3, then that would be confusing, but there's not. There is a military and a paramilitary, but there's not a PM3 per se. This is a Para 3. I was corrected. But as you can see, it falls right between those two. Let's see what else I have over here. I've got the Walmart Bug Out clone. It is about exactly the same size as that knife. So if you have one of those, you will know what size this knife is. This is a new Tempest Downdraft. It is pretty much exactly the same size as the Downdraft too. Let's see what else I have here that might be comparable. I believe I've got a couple of Asher Spyros. I've got this version, pretty close to the same size as it, and then I have the new Warney version, very close to the same size as that also. So that's a good reference. I guess that gives you a pretty good range. Let's see, might have a couple more. Here is a Spyderco Smock. It's a little smaller than a Smock. Here is a Bostede Raccoon. pretty close to the same size as the raccoon. And let's see, that's about it. It's about all I got around super handy here that I can match it up to. But that should give you some kind of idea of the size. Let's see if it came sharp. I believe I've got a piece of paper over here. Here's one I've already used on a couple of unboxings. Let me see. I don't believe I talked about the blade steel on this. This would be a good time. These pieces of paper that have already been used are not a good reference, but it doesn't feel, it could be sharper. Probably just needs a good stropping, but I mean, it's plenty sharp. Let me grab my strop here and run it across here 5 or 6 times. See if that tunes it right on up. Alright. That was just six times on each side. So let's see what that did to it. It's probably all it needed. See if it acts better now. Oh yeah, wow. That's a good example of what stropping a knife can do to fix it. Because it was nowhere. And these a used piece of paper is not that great too because of all the weird edges it has on it. Let me give it a fair chance with a new piece of paper like I usually do all my knives, because that does make a huge difference. Alright, all the way from the back to the front. Seems a lot better now. You need to get yourself a strop if you don't have one, because it makes a huge difference. It is sharp. It is not the absolute sharpest knife I've ever gotten, as you can see. Let's look at the clip here. Not super deep carry. I've got a pocket here that we can look at so you can see how much of the knife will be exposed out of your pocket. And these are pretty thick. These aren't as thick as jeans, but where it's doubled over here, it might be close. But as you can see, that's how much sticks out of the pocket. Not too bad. Not super deep carry though. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Size is good, feel is good, clip tension feels good. It did go in and out of the pocket very easily. You can see that ramp there, very gentle on both sides. So that's cool. Like I said, he does offer a few different colors. Let's go check out the website really quick. So it is 14C28N. Looks like he's got 7 different varieties. The price on it is $45, which is a great price. Looks like he has a green with the black blade, a black with a silver blade, a white with a black blade, a black with a black blade, what he's calling a Riptide fade blue color, a pink and black blade, and then the version that I got, which was the gray. Second in-house design with OEM by Migron. Deployment combining classic ergonomics with a sleek blade shape. Alright, blade 14C28N. Blade length 3.23, so I called it 3.3. 3.125 is the edge. I called it 3.1, so that was close. Gray PVD, gray handle. 3.825 front flipper. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Azusa Bladeworks, he offers 3 knives. The Blitzkrieg was his first one. It's a knife I really enjoy. It's actually the reason I bought or got this new one was because I love this knife so much. Looks like he has a bundle. He also created a fixed blade, which is called the smallmouth, as you can see there in the picture. So there's all 3 of the knives that he has produced so far. So yeah, go check him out, AzusaBladeworks.com. Very good price on this knife for what you get. He's got the smallmouth, the Cochise, and the Blitzkrieg. You can get it pretty much any color you want. So yeah, go check it out. Let's see, anything else I need to talk about the knife? If you haven't had a front flipper and you're worried about learning how, this would be a great one to learn how on, because it is super simple. As you can see, you don't have to do much at all except just press there a little bit and it opens. I love this little ramp on the back of the blade. Doesn't really have a sharpening choil per se. It's got this big finger choil that would allow you to sharpen it. Let's see, where does that fall when it's closed? Open. I'm not even sure. I guess that touches that pin. But yeah, super easy to front flip. If you're new to front flippers, want to try one out for $45, this is a great one to choose. Oh yeah, before I forget, hardware. It looks like they're all T8s, but let's make sure of that. Pivot is a T8. Body screws are T8s. And the clip screws are even T8s. So I like seeing that on knives. I hate when they put 2 different sizes, and I would prefer T8s everywhere. And this one has it. So that's another plus. So yeah, the Cochise from Azusa Bladeworks. Appreciate you being here and watching the video. If you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. If you like talking about knives, come join us every morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about knives every day. Live video. Got a bunch of cool guys in the chat. Would love to see you there. That's where I hit it with the... Wow, already made a mark on it, but it means it's mine now. Anyway, come join us. We got a great group of guys in the chat every morning. We talk about what's new, what's hot, what's not, what we like, what we don't like. Talk about any kind of knife drama that might be going on in the community, upcoming blade shows. We have a Discord also that you can join. We have a buy, sell, and trade section on there, and lots of cool links and info. So yeah, check it out. Appreciate y'all, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks.